thinking this is going to be some popping video, some street dance tutorial, but not today. Today I got a new video as part of my Up Close and Personal series. Today's video is called My Life as a Senior Softball Player. So I'm going to take you on a little journey of what I go through being a softball player and my regimen, things that I do to stay ready for tournaments. So today we're heading out to Temecula, California for today's tournament. So for all my softball peeps, this video is for you. Enjoy. All right, just getting out here to Temecula for the tournament. Looks like it's going to be a little overcast today, but we'll see how it goes. So right now it's 8 o'clock, so we're going to try to get some BP in. So let's go find my team. I gotta get my bats ready to go. Two more weapons right here. Okay, let's go.
Be aggressive, okay? Be aggressive, just like basketball. Hit the ball. There you go, much better. All right, good job.
All right, so this year for 2019, I'm playing on a new squad, Team Genesis, which is these guys right behind me. And a little bit later, I'll introduce the coach to you guys. And you know, we're hoping to do some damage this year. We got a pretty good team, some pretty good players. So we're hoping to make it to the World Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we'll see how it goes. So game one about to start. So we're up after this game. We'll see you warming up.
I ain't tripping. There you go. Up here in this night shorts and shit.
Yeah. Have fun, guys.
45 minutes. Greg did. Tree outfield. Smith outfield. Three.
Right, now it's our turn to hit. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, you cut it down a little bit. That's what it is. Hey, way to work there, sir. Go, 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 go. That way to pick me up, D-Rod.
Let's go, Dre.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And one in the book. All right, so I'm here with our coach, manager. This is Jermaine Lewis, aka Jay Lou. He's a manager of this team. So we won the first game, but what do we got to do this game? Do a little bit better.
I think we got to hit a little bit better. Defense was pretty solid, but I think definitely against a team like this, we got to put up more runs and knock people around. You know, they're a good team, scrappy. And in order for us to win, we definitely got to score a whole lot more.
Okay. All right. There you have it. Wisdom game 2 coming up. So let's see what happens. Hey, don't change it, 3.
Hey, don't change nothing.
Do what you do. Don't change it.
Swing it.
Change nothing.
There you go. Playing against this dude for so many years.
Right.
Now
Like
we playing on the senior
same
circuit
team.
together, finally.
40s.
After 50 years.
Right.
What we got up?
Ronnie.
Focusing and boom. All of a sudden, 7 runs. And the pitcher's happy again.
Definitely.
Hey, way to battle, fellas. Way
Get
to
some
battle.
water in you. Get something to eat. Try to get off your feet, relax a little bit. Be smart. Good game, fellas. We gotta keep going. Yeah. We gotta hit better. Yep.
All right, for sure.
Genesis on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Genesis!
On 3.
On 3.
He probably did go out with his head.
Game number 3. We're 2-0, so we just gotta keep playing hard. So, check it out. Put up 7 right now.
Hey, Paulie, way to put a little bit on that one in the dirt.
You're good.
You're up. Go. All the way, Paulie. Outside, Paulie.
Sitting pretty.
This the undefeated game?
Yes. Put us in the ship.
Hey,
Tighten up, man. Let's go get it.
And remember, guys, we haven't even played our best.
that's right. You have
No
it.
pressure.
Have fun, gentlemen. Come on.
Hey, Genesis on 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Genesis!
On 3.
All right, so we just finished game 3. We got another game right now, game 4. If we win this, then we're sitting in the championship. What up? We're out here in Los Alamitos getting ready to get some BP for softball. So I got some of the homies right here, Big C's. I got Lewis, my man Charlie Gabriel. So we're about to put in some work. So if you want to be a good hitter, you got to put in old-fashioned BP work. So let's go. All right, so just finished up a couple of warm-up rounds. What I like to do is just focus on my technique, just making good contact for consistency to stay kind of tournament ready. So don't really need to hit for power here at the cages because you're just trying to be consistent. So that's what we're doing here. So this whole session is just about good technique, good form, making good contact to stay tournament ready. So. We'll just continue that through the whole round. I think we got the youngsters have just arrived, so I'm gonna let them get some hacks in and then we'll get back on it and jump at it hard. So check it out. All right, just finished up our BP session. out here in Los Alamitos. Put in some good work today. So, you know, again, if you want to be a good hitter, you got to put in work. You got to stay tournament ready. So, peace. All right, what's up? It's a Sunday afternoon, and it's been raining all day, but it's time to go to the gym. Feeling under the weather a little bit, but still got to go get my reps and sets in. It's still part of my regimen. So let's head on out. All right, here we go. It's Thursday night, weeknight softball. Again, all part of the grind, all part of the routine, being a softball player. So we're going to get some work in, and out here with the homies. And hopefully tonight we'll have hopefully we'll win the game. So this is my coach right here. And you know, hopefully we'll have a good game tonight. So check it out. Peace. Let's go, kid. Boy, got him, go. Got him. Hey, go 3 at least. Okay. Go, Mark. Back 3. Go. No, now go.
He's not patient. At least you gotta get. Mario, no.
just finished up our league night game, and we actually won tonight. I think 21-9. We scored 21 runs in the first inning and 0 after that. So go figure. So anyway, got to get exercise tonight. So now it's time to go home and rest up for tomorrow. Peace. All right. So with all the playing that we do, playing softball on the weekends, trying to win championships, trying to get to the World Championships. Now I'm going to show you what we're really playing for. So here you go. This bad boy right here. This is a ring. This is a West Coast national ring from back in 2013. Playing with one of my other senior softball teams. Nothing fancy, but you know, I got one ring. So some guys got like 10, 15, 20 of these rings. So this is what we play for, trying to win these things, and hopefully in 2019, try to win some more of these bad boys right here. Okay, now the next thing is, now normally medals, they don't put too much stock in medals, but this medal was from 2018, the World Championships in Las Vegas, the largest senior softball tournament probably in the entire world. We ended up taking third place. So that was kind of a big deal. So I think for this medal, taking third place was actually pretty good. So hopefully we're going to get back to this tournament this year in October and see if we can maybe win a ring this time. All right, so for this section, I'm going to do a little Q&A. So I'm going to answer some questions about the things that go on in the softball community.
So what are your thoughts on the composite bats used these days compared to, let's say, bats used 15 to 20 years ago?
Well, I love the composite bats. They've revolutionized the game of softball on all levels. They are very expensive, but you know, I grew up swinging aluminum bats in the 90s, so you know, obviously the balls weren't going as far and as fast, but you know, I like the composite bats. They're a little more dangerous because of what they can do.
What about player safety? Like, is it going wrong in the way they're making bats nowadays?
I've got mixed feelings about it. I think to some extent they've already crossed the line because the bats now come with labels of, you know, severe bodily harm and possible death to a player. So I would have never have imagined that a softball person would put their life in danger. The bat companies obviously want to make good bats for the players, but again, I think player safety has to be the primary concern, and they've got to maintain that as a focus because we can't just, you know, sacrifice player safety for, you know, good bats. I think in that sense, yeah, it's going the wrong way. So hopefully they don't get any better than they are now because they're too good as they are.
So despite that danger and such, why are you still playing?
Well, because I'm still having fun. You know, sometimes I pitch, so I know firsthand about, you know, how good these bats are. But I still have fun. You know, I still love the grind of going out playing ball. And now that I'm getting into my mid 50s, you know, playing in the senior circuit now. So it's, you know, it's still fun getting out, get some exercise. You know, I still love the grind of playing softball. So until that fun goes away, I'm gonna still be playing. And then when I'm no longer having fun, then I'm gonna, you know, hang them up.
So how's it playing with younger people on the field, especially ones who trash talk?
Well, I let them talk because we all know, and you guys know out there, trash talkers are the ones that sometimes and a lot of times aren't even good players. So I just let them talk because, you know, for me, my game's going to speak for itself. I don't need to say nothing to nobody. And when people think of me, they'll think about my game. And when people think about them, they're just going to think about their big mouth. So you young guys, you know, learn your lesson.
Has that ever led to any fights in softball?
There's been a few. I've sat and watched the circus a few times where guys want to be tough guys and fight and all that. And I think it's just, you know, it's dangerous for one because, you know, at the end of the day, we all got to go back to work on Monday. You know, we got bills to pay and, you know, nobody can really afford to get hurt, you know, wind up in the hospital and you could potentially lose your livelihood. So, you know, I mean, most people are pretty well mannered, but every once in a while you get some knuckleheads out there that just, you know, want to fight for whatever reason.
So, what does it mean for players to go box on a pitcher, and how do you feel about that?
Well, that's when a batter hits it right up the middle. Obviously, the pitcher is in the most danger on the field. So, although it is part of the game, and of course, but you want to always protect your pitcher. So if another team, like for example, if I'm pitching and somebody goes middle, by accident, whatever, and it's one time, no harm, no foul, it didn't hit me, so it's forgiven. But if they do it again, even though it doesn't hit me, but if it goes in the middle again, then guess what? My team's going to retaliate and probably send one down, to your pitcher. So, and then after that, it's like, okay, you're even and everything's cool. But sometimes, guys trying to start a middle war and going after each other's pitcher, and at that point they're trying to hurt somebody. So that's when it goes too far. So we just got to be careful because, again, don't want to hurt anybody.
In terms of the financial aspect of your game, how much does it cost to play a tournament?
Oh, it depends. I mean, it can range anywhere from $20 to $50, and then, if you're going to the big tournaments, sometimes they're a little bit more money. So, I mean, it's affordable. Not too crazy yet.
So, are there some teams out there that are sponsored?
Yep, there's quite a few teams that are sponsored. There's a lot of teams that are sponsored by the current bat companies that are out there, like all the big bat companies that are out there, like Miken, Easton, and Worth, and all those. And it's not easy getting a sponsor. I mean, if you do have a sponsor, you're very lucky. Be very grateful because it's a lot of money, especially if you got to travel, paying for air flights and food and hotels and all that can be very expensive. And for those of us who are not sponsored, of course, we got to pay out of our own pocket. So, if you got a sponsor, you're very lucky.
How does a team find a sponsor, or what does it take to get a sponsor?
Well, sometimes it's a matter of reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Softball is a community, so if there's a buzz around your team, then sometimes just people that are there may know somebody, say, hey, this team is, has a pretty good chance maybe to win nationals, so they, a sponsor may step in and take care of them for that season, and try to make it a little bit easier to travel to go to these big tournaments and try to win. So that's usually how it goes.
Overall, what would you like to see change in slow pitch softball?
All the big mouths retire. No, I would just say one change would be for all the organizations to revisit the home run deal, because in some organizations, you can't even hit a home run or you're going to be out. So I just, can't understand we're making these bats so hot and then you don't let them hit a home run, or they get 1 or 2 home runs per game. And then it's like, okay, there's a little discrepancy there. These bats are like, ball coming off those bats like missiles, and then you expect them to try to keep it in the yard. It's very difficult. So I would say I would like them to revisit that and maybe give them some home runs to hit. And then again, just player safety's got to be the most important thing. In any softball, senior softball, young softball, doesn't matter. They cannot lose sight of that, because if the bats get any hotter than they are now, I can't imagine, what could possibly happen. So it's just becoming too dangerous. So player safety's got to be number one. Can't sacrifice that.
Awesome. Do you have any last words to say to new people getting into softball?
Yeah, I would just say if you're somebody that's maybe used to play and now you're older and you want to play senior softball, there's a whole new circuit out there for you. You could just hit up some of your other friends, and I'm sure they probably know somebody who's playing, and you just got to get registered and get your senior card, and then you get on the team, and then you're ready to go and ready to play. And then for the young guys, just when you come into this softball game, the softball world, just respect the game, respect the players, play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and you'll be fine, and you'll have fun. That's the most important thing. So that's my advice. All right, so the last part of my regimen is recovery time. After playing softball all day Saturday, going to the gym, doing all that we do. Got to get a little bit of recovery. So what I like to do is 2-3 times a month, I like to go get a nice therapeutic massage to help my body recover, because as we all know, as we get older, our bodies don't recover as fast as they used to. So let's go head on inside.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Are you ready for your massage?
Yes, I am. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you. All right, so we're going to end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Up Close and Personal with me. So now you know why I love to play this game, which I call slow pitch softball.